Hello and welcome to Super Rugby Round 9 predictions brought to you by DrivingMaul. The weekend kicks off with the Hurricanes hosting the Chiefs. Both these sides started off the season with a loss, but now, and I've gone and forgotten all my intro. So hi, I'm Paul, the guy behind DrivingMaul, a podcast, YouTube channel, website and Twitter account, bringing you the best in rugby predictions and opinion. Anyway, let's get back to it. The round kicks off with the Hurricanes versus the Chiefs. A lot of injuries in this one. Beauden Barrett's also been injured. Damien McKenzie has also been injured. Artie Surveyor's out, and a whole host of people from the Chiefs, as we know. So this isn't going to be two full-strength sides going head-to-head, unfortunately. And I think home advantage is going to sway the day, and I'm backing the Hurricanes by 7. Let's be honest, the Hurricanes and the Crusaders are the two sides that everyone's talking about as being up for the favourites for the championship this season. Into Saturday, and we start off with the Sunwolves hosting the Blues. The two worst performing sides in the competition, at least results-wise. And you've got to say that the Blues lost to the Sunwolves last season. I think there's a good chance that they're going to bounce back from that this time around. There's been no complacency. It's not an end of the season thing after the international break or anything silly like that. So you've got to say the Blues should win this one by 10. Also, there's a lot of pressure around the Blues at the moment because of their losing record. And so you've got to, this is where we need to see the players step up. We then head down to Australia, where the Rebels host the Jaguares. Now, the Jaguares have had a couple of wins this season, but they've both been at home. The Rebels, after that great start, have stuttered a little bit since then. Still, I think they're going to pick up a home win here to keep the pressure on at the top of the Australian conference. I think that travel is going to be the thing that's going to do the Jaguares in. We then go down into the South Island of New Zealand for the Highlanders hosting the Brumbies. Highlanders, the last team to maintain a total winning record. Now, they lost a couple since then, but the Brumbies, let's be honest, have not been very impressive this season. Sure, they turned things round against the Reds last weekend, but on the whole, they've been rather disappointing. They do have Pocock back, but still, this should be a rather comfortable try-bonus point home win. I'm backing the Highlanders by 15. We then over to Australia for the Waratahs hosting the Reds. Now, the Reds have been a lot more gritty, but we've got a Waratahs side who is starting to click and starting to get some momentum going. So I think at home, the Waratahs should win this one. I'm backing them by 5. The whole Falau thing looks to not have impacted them their performance-wise too much. So yeah, so I think that should be what's going to happen there. Finally, we have the Sharks returning from New Zealand to host the Bulls in South Africa. The Sharks really do look like a side that has turned the corner with that win over the Blues, and then followed up by just a 1-point loss to the Hurricanes. Whereas the Bulls, if they did get the win over the Stormers, have been a bit disappointed this season, and I think the Sharks should win that one by 5. Always up for good old rugby chats. Please let me know your thoughts either down below or get in touch with me at DrivingMaul on Twitter, and enjoy whatever rugby you're watching this weekend.